So Brent and I are back here again with Project Betting, and today we're going to upgrade the hard lines in the car. We're going with new lines from Classic Tube. They make all the hard lines for your classic vehicle, especially your classic Mustangs, new fuel lines, new brake lines, everything you need, and they're designed to be direct replacements for the factory ones. Brandon, tell them what the brake setup we're going with.
So we're going with disc brake setup for our vehicle. So we're going with these nice stainless steel brake lines that are direct bolt-in. They adapt for the new disc brakes for us, and we're going to a dual bolt mass cylinder. So all we have to do is put these in, and we can bolt them together.
And we're going also with a replacement fuel line here. We're deciding to go with the 3/8 fuel line. This is going to be larger than the factory fuel line. We'll talk about that in a little bit later, but it still will be a direct replacement. It's going to follow the factory line, basically going up to the engine bay, but it's getting more fuel because we are planning on a little bit bigger motor than stock. Before we get started with the installation, we're actually taking the lines off and beginning that. When the lines come in a box, these lines are going to go from the front to back of your vehicle. To make them possible to ship, they're going to have a shipping bend in them. They're always labeled where the bend is. But what you want to do is basically carefully straighten the line before you install it. You don't want to just kind of grab it and bend it, especially with the brake line. What you want to do is kind of get a grip on it, use two people, and just slowly walk it out. So you want to make that bend get as smooth as possible. You don't want a sharp turn there. The line is very, very pliable, especially the brake lines, but again, be careful not to kink it when you straighten it out. There we go. So we start the fuel line back here. Brendan's going to put a clamp on the rubber hose so we don't get any fuel leaking out of it. Then you basically just want to follow the line where it goes through the car, work your way through the clips and remove them all to remove the factory line. There'll be two different types of clamps holding the line on. You're going to have your bolt-on clamps like this, then you'll have the actual clip-on ones. We're going to start by removing the bolt-on one in the back right here.
How these clips work is what you're supposed to do is you push them in and you squeeze the pliers and they expand out. To pull them out, you just grab a pair of pliers, squeeze tight, twist, and just pull down. Just like on the back of the vehicle, these are the front clips, same way. Grab a pair of pliers, twist, and sort of pull. There we go.
Up front here, another bolt-on. Then you're going to follow the line outside of the front frame rail, and there'll be one more bolt right up here with another clamp. Get the socket on it. Before I can remove the fuel line, you want to actually go in the engine bay. There'll be a hose from the line that'll go up to your fuel pump. Obviously we don't have an engine, but we're going to remove the clamp and get the hose off here. So we're going to remove the line. Now we can remove the line, just basically pull it through the apron. And it's the old line, so just basically bend it, whatever you got to do to get it out.
I just removed the hose clamp off the fuel line. Just pull the hose off the line. A little bit of fuel will come out. Once that's removed, we can remove the old line. We're taking out the brake line. I'm not going to worry about taking the nuts off. I'm just going to cut the brake line itself. Remove this rubber line, and then we'll move to the engine bay. Okay, as you can see, I cut the brake lines here on the block. So you just take out this nut to remove the rubber line, and then take your hard lines off the drums, and then we can put the new ones on. Take your line wrench on the drum, remove the fitting. Probably won't get as lucky as we are, but they're not rusted in. Like we said from the beginning, we are changing all disc brakes. So I'm just gonna cut the line, not worry about the rubber line right now. And do that on the driver's side, and we'll move into the engine bay. So there's 2 mounting tabs on the firewall that we have to remove on the brake line. Once you have those mounting tabs removed, we're gonna cut all the lines off the proportioning valve. Now we will not be reusing this proportioning valve because we're upgrading to a new mass cylinder with disc brakes, so we'll be getting a different proportioning valve. So we're gonna cut all the lines. There we go. With all the lines disconnected and removed off the firewall, just pull them out and throw them away. There we go. Damn it. Okay.
Ready to begin the installation of our fuel line. So what you're gonna do is actually lay the line out next to the old line if you didn't have to cut it out, and just make sure the bends are approximately the same to make sure you actually have the correct fuel line for your car. As you can see, the bends are in the same general neighborhood. They're not gonna be a perfect match because you're gonna bend the old line to get it out, but make sure the basics are there, that the line's gonna match up, you're ready to put it in your car. Now we're gonna start by fishing the new line over the back here. Again, you're gonna have to bend it a little bit to get it into place. Don't worry about doing that. There you go. That should be over there. And it kind of pops into place where it goes. Now this part gets a little tricky. This has to go up actually through the control arm. You'll see the cutout where it's supposed to kind of sit under the frame rail. Now this line comes forward here. We did lubricate it. It has to go through the apron. You may have to replace the grommet. You probably will, but we're just going to push it through for now and go back to get the rest of the line in place. We're going to put a clamp over this front line here just to kind of get it in place.
All right, so I slid my front brake line all the way up to the engine bay. And then we're gonna line it up with the fuel line, put our first clamp in right here under the driver's seat. Next, what we're gonna do is take the clamp under the driver's seat, push the square tab in and squeeze it down. And then move on to the back. Reinstall your factory clamp for the fuel line. Reinstall your rubber line back on the back of the gas tank. There we go. Reinstall and tighten down your hose clamp. And then you can remove your pliers. Now with the new rear flex line, as you can see, the bracket to hold it is a lot thinner, so our bolt shoulder is a little too long. What we're gonna do is just put it in for now. We are gonna get a shorter bolt to install it, but for now, for mock-up, this works fine. Grab your passenger side or right side brake line for the rear, bolt it into the distribution block, slide it into your tabs, and then hammer your tabs down. Grab your driver's side or left side brake line, slide it into place, and then tighten it down to the block. Install your dual clip that holds the brake line and the fuel line together, and squeeze the clip down to tighten it up. To install your flex line, you're gonna put it in this bracket, but we're gonna be changing this bracket to the dual exhaust one. So we're gonna take this off, reinstall it, Once that's done, slide your clip in there and you're done.
So that's as far as we're going to go today. Once we actually install the disc brakes, we'll do the master cylinder, proportioning valve, and we'll install the front lines at that point. So at this point, we're basically ready for the next step in Project Betty, so make sure you stick around for our next chapter.